This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The deadline to submit requests for pre-qualification for Phase 1 of the Family Island Airport Development Project has been extended. Dubbed the Family Island Renaissance Program by Tourism, Investments and Aviation Minister, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper, the $260 million project will transform 14 Family Island airports and related infrastructure. On March 1st, through the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the government issued a request for pre-qualification in an effort to find qualified partners to develop robust and resilient airport infrastructure to service Family Island communities with more international visitors. On Sunday, the government extended the timeline for submissions from April 16th to April 30th to allow for the highest possible level of participation by experienced local and international companies. The Deputy Prime Minister says many credible interested parties have asked for more time to gather the information required to present proposals. He said it is something the government must get right to ensure the future growth of Family Islands. He said there needs to be the widest set of competent options to choose from before moving on to the next stage. On the heels of Immigration and Labor Minister Keith Bell informing that a special operation within the Department of Immigration revealed that a number of migrants were found working outside the scope of their work permits here on New Providence and Abaco, a Bahamian citizen appeared before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt last week, charged with 7 counts of employment of prohibited individuals. Yves Simplice pleaded guilty and was convicted and fined $1,000 on each count or served 9 months in prison. In a statement late Friday night, the Department of Immigration noted that 58 foreign nationals appeared before Magistrate Shaka Seville, convicted of various immigration offenses. Among them, 4 Haitian nationals were charged and fined $500 each for engaging in gainful occupation. They also pleaded guilty to overstaying, receiving individual fines ranging from $500 to $3,000. 3 Haitian nationals pleaded guilty to engaging in gainful occupation without a valid permit. They were convicted and fined $500 each, while 8 Haitian nationals pleaded guilty to knowingly misleading an immigration officer. They were fined $1,000 each. On charge of illegal landing, 6 Cubans and 41 Haitian nationals were also convicted and subsequently fined $300. One of the Haitian nationals received a conditional discharge. 2 migrants were charged with illegal embarkation. Both pleaded guilty. 1 Dominican national who was fined $300 and 1 Colombian who was also charged with overstaying was fined a total of $1,050. 4 Chinese nationals also pleaded guilty to overstaying, convicted, and fined $500 apiece. Failure on the part of any of the foreign nationals to pay those fines will result in prison sentences. Bridge concepts for Andros reflect resilience, sustainability, and improved utility infrastructure, according to Works and Utilities Minister Alfred Sayers. Andros residents this past Thursday viewed new design concepts and voiced their concerns about the 2 50-year-old bridges in Fresh Creek and Stafford Creek, Andros, during a town hall meeting hosted by the Ministry of Works and Utilities. Minister Sayers noting that officials wanted to not engage in an academic exercise, but to inform the people of Andros of the process. He said the work must be done to improve resilience, protect life, safety, and property of the people of Andros in these times of climate change. The minister said Andros will be the symbol of what a small island nation state can do in terms of resilience, sustainability, and infrastructure. Minister Sayers led a delegation to the island to present options on those bridges. In January of 2022, a 51-year-old female cancer survivor was brutally attacked by 4 pit bulls, receiving injuries to her head, arms, and legs. In August of 2022, a man was found dead in the Coconut Grove community after he was attacked by dogs. The owners of those dogs were eventually arrested and charged. And just this year alone, there have been several vicious attacks by pit bulls, including an attack in February where a man was mauled by his friend's pit bull in the Carmichael Road area. In the House of Assembly this past week, Member of Parliament for St. Anne's, Adrian White, spoke about 3 rogue pit bulls attacking a resident's dog. He made a pointed statement as it relates to the banning of pit bulls in the Bahamas.
In St. Anne's this morning, there was a resident whose dog was being attacked through their gate by 3 pit bulls that were roaming in the area. Residents have asked Why have we banned the importation of pit bulls but not banned the breeding of pit bulls here in the Bahamas? I know it's not an incident where every dog is the problem, but there are dog owners that continuously are not taking the proper precautions to remove, to secure their vehicles. And that's good luck if anybody's asking that moth. That's good luck. So we need to look at our legislation and potentially consider banning the breeding and ownership of pit bulls here in the Bahamas.
In February 2022, a woman was left recovering from serious injuries after being attacked by 3 pit bulls for 10 minutes while walking to her vehicle in Pinewood Gardens. And again, just last month, a woman on Grand Bahama was hospitalized after being attacked by 2 mixed breed pit bulls that were eventually euthanized. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Member of Parliament for Fox Hill, Fred Mitchell, chastised homeowners in the Gleniston Gardens community and those homeowners, some of you on the Eastern Road, while supporting Mr. White's recommendations.
I'm glad you raised this issue of the dogs, because I don't think people appreciate what a beautiful island this is to walk on, or the Bahamas, because it's largely flat. And what is the most annoying problem is, even in these wealthy neighborhoods, and we have in Gleniston Gardens North in my constituency, people can't walk in the mornings because there are dogs charging out at them every place you go. And I keep trying to say to people, there is a law which says that if you have an open yard, the dog has to be tethered.
Yes,
it has to be tethered. You know, and nobody seems to sort of recognize what a nuisance this is. I mean, Bimini, for example, is a great place to run. Flat, but, you know, dogs charging out as you're going along. But certainly even along the Eastern Road, where you say people, because of these high-priced homes, ought to know better, right? But, you know, dogs charging out at you. So I just want to join with you on that. I'm going to do something about and I think it must have to do with public education on this subject matter.
In 2022, the Bahamas Humane Society officials said poor training regimes of guard dogs in the country lead to potential disaster. And in February of 2022, Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Clay Sweeting, said under the Animal Protection and Control Act 2010, the government is seeking to ensure that the Animal Control Board mandates pet owners provide proper animal behavior and proper housing and fencing for aggressive animals. And finally, the Bahamas Basketball Federation Round Robin National Championship took place at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium and climaxed on Saturday past with a championship game in the Division I and Division II. The tournament featured championship teams from New Providence, Grand Bahama, South and Central, Andros, Abaco, Bimini, and Eleuthera. The Division I championship game saw New Providence champion Commonwealth Bank Giants defeat the Showtime Ballers, champions out of Abaco, 107-89. The Giants' point guard Jackson Jacob was named the MVP. The Commonwealth Bank Giants were led by Coach Perry Thompson. In Division II, the Your Essential Store Giants out of New Providence topped Just Run. That's the Division II champions out of Grand Bahama. The final score there was 110-76. That'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.